Hey y'all, hey, it's Joyce from Elite Expressions, and today we're going to make a red cell phone stand. Here are some of the products that I used. Red alcohol ink, it just came in a pack, any brand. I used less resin, red glitter. I was trying to tap it so you could see the iridescence in it, but lighting is not all that great, but you get the hint. I used red Bombay ink by Dr. P.H. Martins. This stuff you have to shake really well, and I didn't use a lot because I did kind of wanted to have a slight transparent effect, and also I wanted the UV resin to work. And this is gold mica powder. Any old gold mica will do. And I only used a little teeny bit just to give it a slight pearlescence. Here are the molds. That's a rectangular bar. I only fill that halfway. Square mold for the base, and that holds approximately 5.5 ounces of resin. And here are the letters that I use. They hold approximately 1.1 ounces of resin. So altogether, I mixed up about 13.5 ounces. Here are all the products again in one shot. I also use Paduo resin. I'm used to it. Doesn't have a lot of fumes, so that's my go-to resin, unless I'm doing something special. These are Zodiac sign words. I usually just put that on there. This person is a Leo, and she loves her Leo-ness, so that's what I used. And here's another full shot. I used the UV resin. I had to use the Dremel in order to sand some of the edges on the bar. This is me demolding the letters. Had a kind of hectic time. It's always hard to demold, but it ended up working out. I love the way this red turned out. Sometimes red can be a tricky color. It'll either come out pink or whatever, but it's a really pretty red. The lighting just doesn't do it justice. So come on, G, come on out. Here we go. And there's an L. Yeah, I did do an extra letter. And there's the bar. So that's the setup of how it'll be. Except I'm gonna put the G in front of the L. And that's the basic setup. So I'm gonna attach everything using UV resin. Sometimes I add like just a dot of Gorilla Glue, but the Gorilla Glue sometimes makes it crusty if it spills out of the sides. So there's another look at everything right there. Now with that one, there is a slight lip and it's sharp. If I don't get that pretty much flat, it won't adhere to the base. So I am gonna have to drill that bar a little bit. And it's just a closer look at everything. Okay, so now I am sanding the lip on the edge of this bar in order to make it a little bit smoother so that it will adhere to the base of the phone stand. I recorded 2.5 minutes of me doing this. I guess I forgot to hit stop, but you get the idea. So I just want to sand that down so that when I put the UV resin on it, it lays flat so that it'll stick and the light will be able to hit it to cure it. So you get the idea. So here I am adhering the L. I am using J Diction UV resin. And sorry, I went a little out of frame, but I'm just putting about 4 dots and smoothing it around. And then I'm going to line it up on the phone stand. So still applying the resin. Hope I show it. I guess I don't. All right, so now we're putting it right on the phone stand. And have to hold it in place as steady as I can so that it is even with the back and with the side. I kind of, after playing around with it, I realized that putting the L down first would be easier than the G. So now it's just curing with the UV light, and I'm able to wipe off the excess that smushed out of the back. So that's where we're at now. And also just some that oozed out of the front for neatness. And holding the light to it. After I go off camera, I put it under a UV hood. It's just the cord wouldn't stretch to where I was filming because it's a short one for my nails, so that I can make sure it was cured well. I just wanted to get it stuck. And here's the G. Same thing going on with this one here. I applied like 4 dots. The flat area on there is a little smaller than on the L, so I had to be just a tad bit more careful because I didn't want it to go up the curve of the G. It would have just made a globby mess. So same procedure. I going real slow, putting the lid on the UV. And we will adhere this one as well to the base. All right. So trying to get it level. No rocket science, just using the balls of my fingers, trying to make sure everything is in order. I'll shine a quick light on it just to get it to stick until I can put it under a bigger UV lamp. And I do the same thing with the bar as well. I won't show that part, I don't think. So this is where we're at currently. We're getting closer. Yay. All right. So as you can see, I've applied the Leo in the corner. I thought I'd videotape me doing it, but all I did was put a dot of UV resin down, put the word Leo on it, and shine the light over it, and it's pretty much stuck in place. Right now, I'm just showing how you can see the glitter on the inside. The sun is kind of starting to come through the window a little bit. So now I realize that I need to add the silicone bumper pads at the bottom so that it doesn't scratch the surface. So I'm going to put one at each corner. Look at that brute strength, pushing it down, making sure it's stuck on there good. So you're supposed to hold them for a while. Before I did this, I did wipe the area with a small alcohol pad just to make sure there was no grease or debris or anything, to make sure they stay on there pretty good. So I'm just holding them, putting them on each corner. And it also keeps it from, sliding around if you keep it on a desk or a countertop. So yeah, I made you sit through that, all 4. Just a minute. The last one is coming. And here we go. So that's the end of that. And there we go. I really like putting those on there. I just don't feel like the piece is finished. I even put them on my coasters usually. Ta-da! Red phone stand with the word Leo on it for Glenda. Won't say her last name. My friend Nisi. And now it's time for the photo shoot. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. Please consider subscribing. Thank you. Bye-bye.